I'm starting recording this session. Today is the 27th of November. Good morning, everybody. Let's go and take our book. Did you read the book, or better, have you read the article that we have on our book, last article? This one.
Yes,
about extreme interviews.
yes,
yes.
we have.
You did. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and you match all the words with the phrases, did you?
Yes.
No,
Yes, I
grave.
You didn't, Mila?
No,
Okay, now we're going to check it out with the audio. No problem. Okay, so I'm going to make it bigger for you. But first, okay. Okay, so now listen if it's working.
1.8.
Okay, can you listen to it?
Wait, Antonella.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the ciambellone.
Yes.
Yeah.
C'è ciambello. Ma mica vale far ciambellone e non ci stiamo.
Abbiamo detto pure noi.
No.
Is the ciambellone ready?
See, yes, it's fantastic. Sorry.
It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. No. No, you can't. Sorry. Okay, let's go and check the words, the missing words here.
1. Demanding. 2. Flustered. 3. Bizarre. 4. Think on your feet. 5. Approach. 6. Rather than. 7. Crush. 8. Recruitment agency. 9. Job seekers. 10. Flapping.
Okay.
Perfectly. Yes.
Exactly.
Did you, Mila?
Sì, alcune le sto ricercando.
Ok.
Io le avevo fatte qua, me le ero scritte e ho fatto tutto bene.
And they are correct. Yes, okay. Yeah. So now the next step is use them when you speak.
Yeah.
At least, you know, it depends on the subject, of course. Now, can you tell me, after reading that article, what are extreme interviews, Antonella?
What are extreme interview?
Yes.
What do you mean?
You know, this is an article about extreme interviews.
Yeah, yes.
And just pretend that I don't know anything about this article. So explain me, what are extreme interviews?
Però non ho capito cosa vuole dire.
Sì,
sono...
devi parlare dell'articolo, semplicemente dirmi quello che c'è scritto. Facciamo finta che io non so niente di questo articolo.
Ok.
E tu mi dici quello che dice.
Parla a me.
Okay. This interview just talks about how are doing the interviews from the headhunters and from the recruitment agency with the job seekers.
Yes.
And I have appreciated very much how Mr. Jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Please, would you mind to move a little bit so I can take any check? Steve Jobs approaches the interviews with the job seekers. What is important is just to to see how is the reaction of job seekers when he does something strange, something strong, just like flapping his arms, and it's not important. No, first of all, exactly, it's not important the answer. But first of all, in the first part of the come si dice il testo? The text.
Of the text.
Of the text was separated the brilliant candidates from the very good candidates.
Okay.
But what is instead Steve Jobs has provided to do another things, just to see the reaction of the candidates, and so he has began to flap his arms at this in front of this situation. Probably everyone could react in a doing
in a personal way.
In a personal way.
Yes, yes.
For me, I could have thought about him that he could be a little bit mad, probably.
Yeah, but you know, because they are testing new skills, different skills, not the usual ones. And Anna, do you remember what kind of companies first started using them? She was mentioning one.
Recruitment agency.
Yes, which one? Oh, yes, recruitment agencies. Yes.
Companies. Steve Jobs was the first agency.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
then
range interviews. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And Mala, what do some people think that they are better? Why they are better than normal interviews? Why?
For me, in my opinion.
No, why do some people they think that they are better?
Well, I don't know, because it was strange interview, different.
Yes, probably they think they're better. Why? Crush them. We'll try. Probably just because they are giving them an opportunity to show their real personality, not what they know, but what they are. These are the main, this is the main point in this extreme. They call it extreme because they are not normal, they are not as usual, so they call them extreme, but actually they are made to show your personality more than your skills, because you know it's very important when you work, for example, to work in a team. Your personality, sometimes it's even more important than the skills that you have in your job, because if you are a fantastic worker in your job, but you don't know how to have a good relationship with your team, probably you can't have a job.
But it depends on the job.
It depends on the job.
Because
yes,
if you have to work in a team, it is very important to join with the other colleague and to work with them just like a staff all together. But if you have to work alone, probably it should be better to have an acknowledgement of what you do or not.
Yes, I think that the first things that the first thing that you say, that it depends on the job, is the point, because actually probably there's no negative or positive answer. It depends. We could be in the middle, but I think that both skills are very important. Usually, even if you're working alone, it's very important to get along with people, because you know you're never alone. You think you are alone working, but actually you can't be. Not even me, that I'm working alone, I am alone, because I mean the relationship that I have to, and I have to be connected with so many people, that probably are not working with me, but they are basic for my job, like students, you know. So everything is connected. But anyway, let's see here. Do you think extreme interviews are a good way of choosing candidates? And this is what we were just talking now. Which of the questions below, used in real interview, do you think would work well and why? So, for example, Anna, on a scale of 1 to 10, how weird are you?
Weird?
Strange, unusual.
So
do you think this question could be useful?
Yes, yes. When you write a curriculum,
Curricula.
You write your possibility, your skills.
Yes.
And then this can be an question, important question. I would potrei, non so.
It's like they're asking you to make a self-analysis.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, if they ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how weird are you? That's strange, because they can understand if you are able to see inside yourself and open yourself to others. So it could be interesting. Yes. This one is strange, Myla. Which TV character are you most like? Do you think is that a useful question?
No. For a job, no, I don't think is very important. But represent in effect a quality of a person, or the interest of a person. But for a job, I don't think. But it depends from the job, maybe. Then maybe if you work in
what about if you don't watch TV?
In fact, is another problem. But if you don't watch TV, you know the principal character in general, journalist or famous.
Yes, you should know. Because you should be anyway informed.
Yes.
This is quite strange for me. Antonella, what do you think of this question? Can you name 3 Lady Gaga songs?
I don't know. I don't know. I know Lady Gaga because I've heard her songs, but I don't know the names of her songs.
Not even one.
No, I don't follow her. I prefer Italian singer. I prefer sometimes, but for example, I love Elton John too, and Phil Collins, but Lady Gaga.
I don't know how do they take her as an example, but it must be, there must be something, because you know those questions they are made by psychologists, and so they. Probably there's a reason that we don't understand, but anyway. Now let's listen to which one is the, do you remember your latest job interview, Myla? Have you ever had a job interview? Never?
No.
And you, Anna? Ages.
Preistoria.
Yes.
when I work at the CTS.
The first job that you got?
First job, yes. You have a job interview in a radio.
Antoniotti.
Yes. So only Antoniotti.
And what kind of question did they ask you? Do you remember?
Antoniotti.
Yeah.
Eh, 35 anni fa,
Yeah, it's a long time to
a
remember.
long time.
But anyway, you got the job.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
probably
Two
your
jobs.
replies, they were...
Because
they
the
were,
first, CTS.
yes.
The second, Gastaldi.
Yeah.
Always with the same chief, Antonio.
The same chief.
Yes.
So that he knew you. So you were, it was quite easy for you. And you, Antonella, do you remember?
Yeah, I remember because 2 years ago, while I was working for Viaggi del Mappamondo, I had been called by another TO.
Uh-huh.
Another?
Tour operator.
Okay.
And I just have gone there only to know what they could propose me. I didn't want to get out of Viaggi del Mappamondo because I love my work. I love Viaggi del Mappamondo. I love Nele. My boss is the best. I think is the best boss can be
that you can have had.
Yeah, I appreciate very much. But yes, I have never searched anything, and he has called me because they have lost. And they are one of the best staff they have, and he has called me. I have heard what he proposed me, and then but first of all I have done a lot of questions about the work because
so you did the question actually.
Yes, because I wanted to know the difference between their come si dice their operation between than mine, no? It was different because they have a very good operation system. It is come si dice più avanti,
advanced.
It's more advanced than ours. So I have asked him which kind of a person they were looking for.
So actually it was a flipped interview because you were doing the questions instead of them.
Yeah.
Because they called you, actually you didn't apply for the job, but they called you. So actually it's a different kind of approaching the job. I think
it has been a very good satisfaction because he has told me that before calling me, he had done a lot of fatto una ricerca di mercato, come si dice?
Research, market research.
Okay, market research, and he has asked in a lot of travel agency who could be a very good employee, and he has told me, I know that you are one of the best
wow.
one in Italy.
Yeah.
That's
a big satisfaction.
A very big satisfaction.
After so many years of working, having this kind of comments, I think it's giving you a lot of strength to continue working. That's why you still want to continue your working, because you know that you've been appreciated.
Yeah, but I have been appreciated from a lot of travel agencies in Italy, because we work with travel agencies in Italy. Sometimes I have not crash with my boss, some discussion with my boss, because
it's important even to have discussion.
Yeah, it's important, but it's not so pleasant, huh?
So they were actually, you mean arguments?
Because he want to impose maybe is the right thing, I don't know. He want to impose his
point of view.
His point of view, and I prefer because I wanted to sell a lot, to get out of the way. How can I say? I want to
find your own way.
Yeah, exactly. But it does sometimes. He let me do. He let me do as I want because I am the one which sell.
Got more experience?
No. I sell more than the other colleague.
Okay.
Yeah. So he sometimes
you're a good seller.
he put down his arms. Do as you want.
Okay.
But sometimes it's not so simple. Anyway, I am looking forward to come back because it's very hard for me to stay at home.
Don't mention this subject.
Even if I stay at home, I have freedom to do a lot of any other things. It's a core English course.
Yeah. Okay, now let's go and listen to 5 people. They are talking about a strange question they were asked in job interviews. Now we are going to listen to it and we have to understand what strange question were they asked. Here there are some missing words. How did they answer and what happened at the end? So if they got the job or not, if they decided to go or not. So what's happening at the end? But this is, so we do one by one and we stop each time. Okay, so let me take this. I move the faces like Anna say. Yeah, and now there, you see, I see it on there. Okay, number 1. Do you still...
1.9. 1. I was being interviewed for a job with an advertising agency, and the interviewer kept checking information on my CV and then asking me about it. And he saw that I'd studied philosophy at university, and he said, "Oh, I see that you studied philosophy at university. Do you still practice philosophy?" So I said, "Well, I still think a lot." Anyway, he obviously liked the answer because I got the job.
Okay, so Myla, what was the question? Do you still...
philosophy?
Yes.
Che altro dice però? Non è
Do you
philosophy
still... Anybody else got the other word?
Yes.
Do you got the other word here?
Philosophy, university.
Philosophy university?
No, do you still what? Do what?
Study? No? Study philosophy?
No, it's not studying. It's not study, but it's a verb. We're going to listen to it again. And anyway, Myla, how did it answer? What did it say? What was his answer?
Ma se tu ce lo facessi, ecco, esatto,
un'altra
volta.
Brava Antonella.
No problem at all.
Audace.
1.9. 1. I was being interviewed for a job with an advertising agency, and the interviewer kept checking information on my CV and then asking me about it. And he saw that I'd studied philosophy at university, and he said, "Oh, I see that you studied philosophy at university. Do you still practice philosophy?" So I said, "Well, I still think a lot." Anyway, he obviously liked the answer because I got the job.
Okay. But maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
The second is always the best. Okay, so do you still?
Do you still practice?
Practice. Yes. Do you still practice philosophy? And what was the answer?
Yes, I still.
Actually, it wasn't I'm still practicing. It was an humorous, a funny reply. Do you get, Anna or Antonella?
No, because of a job, because
Yes, he's got the job,
the job,
got a job.
yes.
but he say, I'm still thinking a lot.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because he
yes.
say, do you still practice philosophy? And he say, well, I'm still thinking a lot. So this is philosophy, actually. Okay, let's listen to the second one. What would make you
2. At my job interview to become an editor with a publishing company, there were 3 people asking questions, 2 managers and a woman from human resources. All the questions had been pretty normal. They were about my studies and experience. And then suddenly, the woman from human resources asked me, what would make you kick a dog? I was totally flustered, but I managed to answer. I said, I'd only kick it if the dog had bad grammar and couldn't punctuate properly. I thought it was quite a clever answer, and in fact, I got the job.
okay. Did anyone understand what she...
The first word, no. A dog.
A dog, yeah, there's a dog.
But the first...
What would make you kick?
Fare una passeggiata?
No,
Calciare.
Ah, calciare?
Cacciare.
Calciare?
Kick a dog. Kick.
Calciare?
Calciare, yes.
Calciare.
What would make you kick a dog?
Ma che vuol dire?
Che cosa ti farebbe calciare un cane? Quale...
Se mi facessero una domanda così, però.
Ma che sta di?
Direi, scusami.
It's a real question that they make. Riascoltiamo anche quello che lei ha risposto.
Lei risponde, sì.
Ma io non capisco proprio il senso.
Ma è una
got...
domanda? Pardon.
È una domanda, sì,
è una domanda strana apposta, nel senso come quelle che faceva Steve Jobs.
Vedere che tipo di reazione, certamente.
At my job interview to become an editor with a publishing company, there were 3 people asking questions.
Rendetevi conto anche del tipo di lavoro. Editor with publishing company, so ha qualcosa a che fare, ha molto a che fare con la scrittura, con...
2 managers and a woman from human resources. All the questions had been pretty normal. They were about my studies and experience. And then suddenly, the woman from human resources asked me, what would make you kick a dog? I was totally flustered, but I managed to answer. I said, I'd only kick it if the dog had bad grammar and couldn't punctuate properly. I thought it was quite a clever answer, and in fact, I got the job.
No, non ho capito chi
I don't understand the answer.
You didn't understand the answer?
Yes.
No, I see. She say... No, we don't have the open script. She said that she would have kicked a dog just if he couldn't write properly and use properly punctuation.
What is punctuation?
Punctuation, to punctuate, comma,
punteggiatura.
full stop, punteggiatura.
Non ho capito.
She would
Cosa vuol dire?
She would have kick the dog if she was not able to write.
To punctuate well and write it well.
No, ma io non ho capito proprio la domanda.
So this is a bit of English humor.
Ecco, no, infatti.
Because if I can start to speak, continue to speak in English and explaining it, but actually you couldn't get it because it's the kind of humor that they've been using. So it's, you know, they are just trying to provoke a reaction because of course you don't want to kick a dog, but you have to use your intelligence to show a kind of answer that is able to understand that they don't want that you kick a dog. They want that you think. Quindi ti fanno la domanda provocatoria per vedere che reazione hai.
Che reazione hai?
E quindi cosa ti farebbe calciare un cane, prendere a calci un cane? Invece di dire, è ovvio che la prima cosa che uno vuole direbbe, ma io non prenderei mai a calci un cane. E lei invece, siccome aveva molto presente il tipo di lavoro di editor, io prenderei a calci un cane solo se lui scrivesse male e non usasse bene la punteggiatura.
Ah, il cane
Cosa
è
impossibile.
Vale a dire che è
certo.
ovvio che io non prenderei mai a calci un cane. Però
Ma un cane nel senso dell'incapace.
esatto. L'ha
Vabbè,
riportato
ciao.
tipo nella domanda riferita al lavoro. But she, at the end,
Comunque, got
she
the
got the
got the
job.
job,
She
got
got the
the
job. So probably it was the right one. Okay, let's listen to number 3. Let me see if you
In the
hear.
morning.
No.
Dog had bad grammar and couldn't punctuate properly. I thought it was quite a clever answer, and in fact, I got the job.
Okay. So now, are you? How much? You? Listen.
When I was applying for a teaching job in Korea, they were doing the interviews by phone because I was in the US. And because of the time difference, they were all very early in the morning, which is not my best time. Anyway, the director of studies of this particular school asked me, "How tall are you? And how much do you weigh?" I answered his questions, but after the interview, when I thought about it, I decided that I didn't want to work in a school that would judge me by my height or my weight. So later, when they offered me the job, I turned it down.
Okay. More normal. Okay. Antonella, did you get it?
Yeah, a little bit. How tall are you?
How tall are you?
How much do you weigh? Do you weight?
Do you wait?
Do you weight?
Yes. How
And-
much do you wait? So
Did he
how
teach
did
you?
it answer?
He answered that he didn't understand the question because to teach was not important. The tallest, the tallest. No, come si dice l'altezza? Si dice tall?
Yes, the height.
The height and the weight.
And the weight. Height and weight.
Height and weight.
Mm-hmm. And so what happened in the end, Anto?
It seems to me that he didn't have the job, or not? No.
Yes, but he didn't accept.
He didn't accept. The
He
job.
didn't accept. So he could have the job, but he didn't accept. Good. Now, 4. Would you like to be reincarnated as?
Prof, io non mi ricordo alcune parole.
Okay, let's have a look.
How much do you, come si scrive?
Do you? La domanda.
Do you
How
weigh?
tall are you? How much do you weigh?
Ho messo delle H a casaccio.
Here, I think.
Weigh. Poi ho
Yes,
scritto
I know.
una-
Weigh is one weird word. Weighed word is weigh.
E accept come si scrive? Con due C?
Yes, 2C. Even if you say accept, there's a double C. A
Ok.
double C
Ok.
EPT.
Aspetta, sei andata via per un po', non ho cos'è che hai detto? L'ultimo
Accept,
pezzo?
the spelling of accept. A double C EPT. Accept. If you want even the other.
Kick, kick si scrive kick.
Kick. Yes.
Kick.
Ah, mi manca una C pure qui. Porco
Kick.
Giuda.
I can show
Calciare.
you everything at the end, okay?
Ok.
Ma ci sono pure le risposte?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. We will find it.
Ok.
Yeah, probably. Probably there's everything here. Okay. So now listen to this number 4.
Aspetta a farlo partire. Aspetta a farlo partire, che devo ascoltare una cosa.
And in fact, I got the...
I turned it down.
Okay.
4.
I was being interviewed for a job with a company in Switzerland, and the interviewer asked me, what animal would you like to be reincarnated as? So I said a cat, because it was the first thing I thought of, and because cats have a good life. Well, at least in Britain they do. And then the interviewer immediately looked a bit embarrassed and said that he'd been told to ask me that question to see how I would react, but that he thought it was a stupid question. In the end, I didn't get the job, so maybe the interviewer wasn't very fond of cats.
That is fantastic. Okay. So, Myla, what?
I don't understand the questions. The start, the 2 words at the beginning.
Yes, but did you get the answer?
Yes, he like to be reincarnated as a cat.
Yes, so of course the question can be just one.
What
animal?
What animal? Bravo.
Yeah, thank you.
Io penso che non ho capito la risposta. Cioè, ho avuto difficoltà a capire la risposta.
La riascoltiamo,
La riascoltiamo.
Brava.
Sì. La riascoltiamo subito.
Asked me, what animal?
They offered me the job. I turned it down.
4.
I was being interviewed for a job with a company in Switzerland, and the interviewer asked me, what animal would you like to be reincarnated as? So I said a cat, because it was the first thing I thought of, and because cats have a good life. Well, at least in Britain they do. And then the interviewer immediately looked a bit embarrassed and said that he'd been told to ask me that question to see how I would react, but that he thought it was a stupid question. In the end, I didn't get the job, so maybe the interviewer wasn't very fond of cats.
Okay, now you got
Non ho
it.
capito.
No. Insomma,
Okay,
che cosa ha detto l'interviewer?
He was asking, okay, if what animal would you like to be reincarnated as? And he was answering a cat. Because it was the first thing he was coming out, and even because he thinks that cats have a good life. At least in Britain, he's saying, at least in Britain, they have a good life. But the interviewer was quite astonished because the interviewer himself, he thought that that was a stupid question, and it was just to make, maybe to trying to trick him. So he say, I didn't get a job. Probably he wasn't fond of cat. He didn't love cats. Okay, that's strange. Just to see if you were maybe believing in reincarnation, you weren't the right candidate for them, probably. I don't know. Okay. You got it? More or less. Okay, now, number 5.
5. I went for a job in a lawyer's office. There were 2 of us waiting to be interviewed, me and a man about the same age as me. And he was nice, so we were chatting before we went in, and we agreed to have a coffee afterwards. Well, I went in first, and they asked me the usual sorts of questions about my previous job. They had all my personal information on my CV, and so they knew I was married, and suddenly they asked me, are you planning to have children? I said, not in the immediate future, but maybe one day. Afterwards, when I was having coffee with the other candidate, I asked him if he'd been asked the same question, and he said no, even though he was married too. In fact, we both got offered jobs, but I still think it was a very sexist question to ask.
Yes. This is very common.
It's very common question when you do an interview. Yeah.
Okay, Anna, can you tell us, are you planning?
Are you planning to have a child?
Children.
Children?
Yes.
The answer is at the moment no, maybe
In the future.
in the future.
Yes.
And
what was the result? Did she get the job?
Non l'ho capito. No, I don't understand if you get a job or not.
No.
No. And
No, non l'ho
Because
capito.
okay, now here we can see, oh no, first I want to show you the question, the missing question, all the missing question, okay? But you got it because it was a what animal and have children. Now let's have a look to their real answer and what happened. Okay, if we need to listen it again, we do, but I think that was enough. So the first one, he answered, I still think a lot, and he got the job. She answered, I'd only kick if the dog had bad grammar and couldn't punctuate properly, and she got the job.
Okay.
We don't know. He was offered the job, but he didn't accept it, the weight and the hay. He answered a cat. He didn't get a job.
Prof, scusa, ma non ci serve had, got. Non ci devi mettere have.
Where?
She got a job. Solo got mettono.
Yes, to get, ottenere. Perché qui è proprio nel senso non di avere il lavoro, ma di ottenere, get,
e
nel senso di ottenere, get a job. Anche come raggiungere, no? Raggiungere e ottenere. Get è proprio il primo, questo sarebbe il primo significato da vocabolario di get.
Perché
Mentre invece quello che tu dici, perché
no?
infatti è get, non è got, attenta,
Got.
perché con have tu hai have got, non hai mai have get.
E questo pure è got.
Sì, ma è il passato di get. He got the job.
È sempre got, però,
No, no.
È un'altra intenzione.
È tutta un'altra cosa. Questo è un verbo. Have got, il got è una particella legata ad have, non è il verbo. Il verbo è have, perché il significato è avere con la particella got.
Vabbè, perché se
Okay.
intrecciamo il cervello, perché noi diciamo pure avere lavoro, cioè avere un lavoro, cioè ha avuto il lavoro. Quindi io l'ho inteso come
allora avremmo dovuto dire he had the job.
Esatto, e invece non è.
No, perché qui è proprio he got the job, non è un'abbreviazione, è proprio ha ottenuto il lavoro. È da get, è il passato di get, got.
Sì.
È come quando I got home, ok?
Allora, lì dobbiamo fare una lezione su get, got.
Va bene. E su have
fare l'altro giorno.
Su have got, perché anche
have
questo have
got
got viene... Ok,
perché
attenzione perché have got è
confusione.
estremamente usato in British English e sta però perdendosi nell'American English, che è molto comune. Però è importante saperlo. Proprio...
Quindi se io ho risposto he didn't have a job, non va bene. Va bene?
Sì,
anche
certo,
se
he didn't have the job.
Ok.
Okay. Then the cat, and last one, she answered, not in the immediate future, but maybe one day, and she got the job. But she found unusual that the other man that was interviewed with her, that was a man and was married like she was, they didn't ask him if he wanted to have children in the future. They just asked to her. Ok?
Questa non avevo capita bene, avevo capito il contrario.
In che senso il contrario?
No, io avevo capito che avevano fatto la stessa domanda ad altre persone.
No, invece a lui non gliel'avevano fatta.
Ok.
Non sappiamo lui se ha avuto o meno il lavoro, però sappiamo lei l'ha avuto, però gli hanno fatto questa strana.
Normale domanda.
Che non è affatto strana, essendo donna lavoratrice, lo sappiamo molto bene. Ok. Ok. Which of the questions did you think were good or bad to ask at an interview, Myla?
In general?
In those questions that we have just analyzed now.
Oddio, so very strange, all of them. Maybe the first one, because it's near to his study, his preparation for, so the other one was very strange, and I think not important for a job.
So you are the one that you're still thinking that in an interview you always have to be related to the job you're going to do, and not any other question like what food do you like? You don't think, do you think that is not important? Myla's freezed. She's freezing now.
The face.
Yeah, she will be back. She will be back and she will tell us. And you, Anna, what do you think?
I think a strange question, not important for the job. The food, com'era?
Kicking a cat.
And instead, the last question was a bad question.
A bad question, yes, really inappropriate. And what do you think, Antonella?
For me, the fourth one, what animal would you like to be reincarnated as? It's very strange, because the person who does the question to you could love or not cat, just like in these cases, no? And so it could be dangerous for the job seekers to give it to give it the name of an animal instead of another one. Just for example, my answer should be just the same. I would like to be reincarnated in a cat because I love cats, but probably I could give this answer. I would like to be reincarnated in an eagle because I like to fly. In an eagle because I like to fly. I want my freedom. And the eagle, just like a I don't know.
Seagull.
Seagull. Because seagulls are always free. Nobody will never will think to kill them because they are not good to eat.
Yeah, they say that.
Because they eat rubbish, and so they are not good to eat.
So you would like to eat rubbish in your next life?
No, never. No, never. But I want to be free. I want to be free. The cat can be free if they leave. The cat can be free if they leave without outside the home.
Yeah.
But they are under any danger because they can be eaten by dogs or by bigger animals. If I can be a seagull, I can get away, and then nobody can kill me. So I can live for a long time.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Myla's back. She's trying to get back. Oh, you're back? Not so much. You're back. Back, Myla. Yeah, well, look at her. What's happened to you?
She doesn't hear us. She's trying to connect maybe.
What's the matter with you? No, she still have problem. No, she's connected now. Okay, back.
Eccola.
Yeah, what's the matter with you? What's happened?
Ma non lo so, ogni tanto svariona internet, mo lo levo proprio il ciaone.
Certo che a sentirti parlare così ci viene difficile pensare che tu possa essere una brava maestra. Però come ha detto Paola, come sei...
No, è bipolare, veramente si trasforma
bipolare.
veramente, è una trasformazione pazzesca. Il bello è che c'è gente che crede solo ad una versione e
quella che
allora
noi vogliamo far vedere
sull'altra e viceversa.
Mai credere ad una sola versione, soprattutto mai credere a quello che si vede.
Yes, okay, so girls, what are you going to do for this weekend, Myla? What are you planning for this weekend?
I don't know at the moment. I don't know because it depends on the weather. If it's a funny day, I'm sure I go on the beach. But I don't know because,
November.
Yes. Yesterday I've been prof.
Just one moment. Yes, I've been. Just one moment. Just one moment. Wait for me.
Okay. No, I have been a lesson of dance on the beach because it's very was funny. It was sunny, and I did.
It's not difficult to dance on the beach. It's not difficult.
We have.
Sorry,
Which kind of dance?
Postman.
Yeah. Ah, ok. Ma io non vi vedo, non so come vedervi. Io comunque, in my beach, we have a build at the...
a building.
Yes, a building. And on the top there was a terrace, a big terrace. So
big terrace.
So you don't. So you and the persons who dance don't dance on the beach on the sand. They dance on the floor. On the terrace.
We start the lesson with some exercises to prepare body on the terrace. When we have finished the rehearsal, we go and we go on the beach near the sea.
Good.
Bello.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice.
If you give me your YouTube connection, I can see you just like did Paula yesterday.
Yeah, we have a channel. And I charge some video on the channel.
They're beautiful.
My video.
Yeah. She did this. When was it? When we had the first lockdown? Did you? You were just opening the YouTube channel and doing everything.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because
she was studying a lot.
Yes, and I've been some video to appunto to prepare the body to come si dice warm up.
Yes, warm up
exercise.
Riscaldamento,
yes.
riscaldamento.
Riscaldamento.
Yes, for my come si dice?
Your pupils.
My students.
Yes, your pupils.
Yes, my pupils.
But do you
and
teach,
other
do you teach people? to children or even to adult clients?
Both of them. I start with 3 years old, and I made gym lesson, prof stretching.
Yes.
For adults.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the name of channel?
Jazzy Danza.
Jazzy Danza?
Jazzy?
Yes,
is written
like
Jazzy?
Jazzy.
I.
Aspetta, non ho capito.
Jasi.
Danza.
I send you the link.
Okay.
Yeah, send the link.
Okay.
And, yeah. into the group so we can, I mean, I know,
Okay,
of course.
okay.
Okay, and you, Anna, what are you going to do this weekend?
Cosa vuoi?
They say they're opening, they are planning to stop the red zone, and you probably became
but-
Are you
orange,
still
red,
closed?
yellow, I don't know.
Are you still
Perhaps,
closed?
yes, we are still closing now, and this evening they decide if close the red zone and
Yeah.
pass in orange zone.
Orange.
This evening?
But is not different.
No, I
No,
mean,
no,
orange to red, there's not much difference. Yes.
No, no,
No,
because
no.
some oddio, negozi, aspetta,
Shops.
shops will open
Okay.
in orange zone.
Okay.
But I don't go in Milan because it's another
Common.
Yes,
common
it's another municipality.
municipality. And so in no,
Yeah,
no.
because you are just for yeah, you are in Milan, but you're not in Milan.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
But why? Even in the orange zone, it's not possible to move from one municipality to the other one?
No,
No, it's not
no,
possible, even
no.
in the orange zone. So we are very lucky
Just the
to
yellow.
stay in
Yes,
the
we are.
Lazio.
Yes, we are.
So
You don't move
if
at all. I'm not moving anyway. But anyway, and you, Anto, what are you going to do this weekend?
Since we are very lucky to live in Lazio, I will go to I have a small cottage house in a mountain in the municipality of Rieti. It's not far from, yes, it's not far from here. It's just a quarter, 1 hour and a half from Rome, 1 hour and 15 minutes, no more.
Yeah, I got my brother-in-law that is living there.
I like this place very much because I go there since I was 9 months.
What's the name of the place?
Orvinio.
Orvinio.
Orvinio is an unknown place, but is a very small country. It's very small, and it has a beautiful castle there.
Yeah.
And I don't have the house in my small house in the
village.
In the village, but a little bit outside, and in front of me I have anything, only green, beautiful. And sometimes I meet a fox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Very often cinghiale. I don't know which is the name of the cinghiale.
Boar.
Sometimes
B-O-A-R.
Boar. Riccio, or istrice?
Is hedgehog. Hedgehog.
Hedgehog e riccio?
Yes.
Istrice instead?
Istrix. Istrix.
No, it's a very beautiful place. And
don't forget that before doing English teacher, I was working for an African company. That's why that I know all the names of strange animals.
And I love to stay there. Very often in the weekend I go there, even if because I have to leave my home in Rome free for my boss, for my boys, because they have girlfriends, and so they tell us, don't you go away for this weekend, mommy and daddy.
Go.
We go. So they can be free and to carry home their girlfriends.
Okay, my girl. So I'm finishing now.
Yeah.
And let's see what the future is giving to us. We say hello to Olga, and we hope she can come back early as soon as possible, and that she can follow the lesson online as well. And a big kiss to any one of you, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
I sent
Thank
you all the homeworks and everything to do.
Yeah.
In a written, I mean by written, yes, be careful. Okay, so in the group. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Have a nice day.
Have
Bye.
a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you too.